This is Copper 90, and these are 10 of the greatest Premier League strikers. There were so many to choose from that we've split it into two parts, and for the first part, we've focused on the more creative strikers, though this isn't to say that they weren't also great goal scorers. Dennis Bergkamp. The non-flying Dutchman bounced back from a turbulent time at Inter by joining Arsenal, changing the face of the club and setting the Premier League alight. Though he only scored 87 Premier League goals in his 10 years with the club, Bergkamp played provider for many more and scored some of the most beautiful and mind-bogglingly brilliant goals ever seen on English shores, including that goal against Newcastle. He also scored what is widely regarded as one of the best Premier League hat-tricks ever, netting 3 outstanding goals against Leicester. Unsurprisingly, that month, he placed first, second and third in Match of the Day's Goal of the Month. Add to this 3 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cups and a PFA Player of the Year, and you've got yourself a special striker. Gianfranco Zola. What a player, what a name. Even if you had never seen him play before, you could just tell he'll be good by his name. It just so happens that he had the skills to back it up, and how skillful he was. Zola's 7 years with Chelsea were spent bamboozling defenders, turning on a sixpence, and generally being just stupidly good on the ball. Often deployed in the creative second striker role, Zola combined his excellent feet and trickery with superb balance and speed to both score outrageous goals and lay them on a plate for his teammates. His countless assists for Poyet, Hasselbank and Gudjohnsen were eclipsed only by his ridiculous goals. Thierry Henry. Quite possibly the most complete striker the Premier League has ever seen, Thierry Henry had it all. He wore gloves, which is a shame, but apart from that, you can't really fault the bloke. Blessed with quite ridiculous speed, acceleration and power, when Thierry got going, there wasn't much anyone could do to stop him. He spent his entire Premier League career at Arsenal, joining from Juve as a timid, misfiring winger and blossoming it into the cocky yet classy, outrageously gifted striker we all remember him as. His record of 175 goals in 258 appearances made him Arsenal's all-time leading goalscorer, but he was much more than just a hitman up front. His insistence on linking up with the likes of Pires and Bergkamp meant that his assists tally was through the roof too. And he was instrumental in Arsenal's invincible Premier League season of 2003-2004. In 2006, Henry became the first player to score more than 20 goals in the Premier League for 5 consecutive seasons. And what goals they were too. You can pick the solo effort against Spurs, or the lob over Barthez against United, or his crucial hat-trick against Liverpool. There are plenty to choose from. Eric Cantona. It takes a hell of a player to kung fu kick a fan and still be one of the most popular figures in English football. Public and political controversy aside, Eric Cantona was a revelation for Man United. Collar up, chest puffed out, strolling onto the pitch as upright as a meerkat, Cantona had an air like no other. In just 5 years at Man United, he cemented himself as one of the best ever players to play at the club, scoring 64 goals and winning 4 Premier League titles. In addition to his supreme technical ability and eye for goal, Cantona was an absolute unit. His sheer size and strength meant he was a handful for any defender, and his skill on the ball made him a fantastic all-round striker. Above all though, it was his swagger and confidence that separated him from other strikers of the time. It's little wonder why they call him the King. Matt Le Tissier. We know it's a cliché, but Matt Le Tissier genuinely was both a great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals. One of a select few with 100 or more Premier League goals under his belt, Le Tissier spent his entire professional career at Southampton and took weekly pleasure in humiliating opposition goalkeepers. He's considered one of the most talented English footballers of all time, and you can understand why when you see his ridiculous solo effort against Newcastle United. Casually backheel it into his path, volley it round another, and flick it over the last defender before coolly finishing in the corner. He was also an unbelievably good penalty taker, scoring 47 from his 48 attempts. Robin van Persie. As much as Arsenal fans might want to deny it, Robin van Persie is one of the most gifted strikers the Premier League has seen. Moulded in the Bergkamp role when he first broke into the Arsenal team, RVP showed his promise from early, scoring some outstanding goals at Highbury alongside his Dutch idol. Over the next 8 years, Van Persie found himself as the spearhead of both Arsenal and Man United's attack, coupling his grace and fine skill on the ball with devastating finishing ability with his rocket of a left foot. Were it not for his frequent injuries, Van Persie would have undoubtedly scored plenty more than the 144 goals he got in just 280 games. Paolo Di Canio. Oh Paolo, how we miss characters like you. He was also a bloody good player too. Employed as a deep-lying forward at Charlton, Sheffield Wednesday, and most successfully at West Ham, Di Canio was a creative maestro, a gift that kept on giving. Whether it was scoring outrageous goals or going in two-footed on some poor bloke's thigh, Di Canio guaranteed entertainment on the pitch. At the height of his powers, Di Canio produced magic rarely seen on a pitch. His wonder volley against Wimbledon in 2000 is widely regarded as the best goal ever scored in the Premier League. Equally magical was his display of sportsmanship against Everton later that year, as he refused a goal-scoring opportunity and stopped play after seeing Everton goalie Paul Gerrard down injured. His unique mix of technical brilliance and borderline bipolar temperament meant there was never a dull moment when Di Canio was about. Carlos Tevez. Don't get it wrong, Tevez was a fantastic goalscorer. His composure and decisiveness in front of goal was impressive to say the least, scoring 84 goals in just over 200 games for West Ham, Man United and Man City. What made Tevez so special though, in the eyes of Man City fans in particular, was his all-action style of play up front. With the ball at his feet, he could power past defenders with ease, hold the ball up if necessary, and link up well with his teammates. Without the ball, he'd lead by example and harry defenders thanks to his tireless work rate and stamina. In his time in England, Tevez won 3 Premier League titles and will also be remembered for his outstanding contribution towards West Ham avoiding relegation in 2007. Wayne Rooney. He may be showing his age now, but for a good 10 years, no one posed more of a threat up front than Wayne Rooney. Arriving at Old Trafford from Everton as a prodigious and precocious young talent, Rooney didn't take long to show everyone how good he was. As technically gifted as he was physically, there was little on the pitch Rooney couldn't do. Score world-class long-range efforts? Check. Put chances on a plate for teammates? Check. Skill on the ball? Check. Finish one-on-ones with ease? You bet. Even off the ball, Rooney was exceptional. No matter what he does from now on, you can't deny Rooney's greatness. With 5 league titles under his belt and over 200 goals to his name, Rooney undoubtedly goes down as one of the best ever Premier League strikers. Luis Suárez. Aside from the biting, Luis Suárez was worth his weight in gold on Premier League football grounds up and down the country. He was only in the Premier League for 3 years, but such was his talent and impact, he just had to make it into this list. An absolutely deadly striker in front of goal, he could score from pretty much anywhere. Wonder free kicks from 25 yards, 40-yard volleys, cool one-on-ones, and that crazy chest control thing he did against Newcastle. 69 goals in 110 games for Liverpool says it all. He didn't need many chances to score. Without the ball too, Suárez was every midfielder's dream, relentlessly chasing and pressing the opposition defence and linking up effortlessly with his teammates. Though he only left the Premier League with a PFA Player of the Year award, he undoubtedly goes down as one of the most talented strikers the league has ever seen. That was Copper 90's 10 greatest Premier League strikers ever. Don't forget, you can vote in the comments below for your favourite striker to make Copper 90's best 11. Stay tuned for part 2, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.